Mie näin vanhan kultani. Mie näin vanhan kultani. Siit vast.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Let's all remember that the traditional Finnish greeting is to kick you in the crotch. This time on Tyrants on the Field. We've got more WTC list breakdown here on Tyrants on the Field, and this time it's the Finnish. If you haven't guessed, we've got two Finnish teams to go over. We have Finnish Morko, and Finnish Morko is comprised of Gravediggers, Dusk, Storm Legion, Shadowflame Shard, and our singular Convergence of Cirrus list. Onward. On the Gravedigger side of things, we have a pairing of Vargas and McCoy. So the Vargas and McCoy team up, proving to be fairly popular at the WTC. This is Addy's list. The list is very aptly named WTC Vargas to start. Vargas is bringing 3 barriers. He's bringing Deuce, he's bringing Plugger, he's bringing 2 Valiants, each with aggressive heads, Trent Swords, and Volley Shields. 2 units of Gravedigger Gun Mages, 2 units of Gravedigger Rangers, and the Black 13th. Blessing of the Gods. Defenses, Duck and Cover, Heavy Air, Double Light Airdrop, Military Engineering, and Old Faithful. Very similar Vargas list to sort of the standard meta build. The double aggressive head being the slight variance here on the Vargas side, although I think this is more towards standard. Again, where you are taking advantage of the heavy boiler on the aggressive head as well as fleet with Vargas to really shove the Valiants up the field. The Trent Sword Volley Shield is kind of the staple with Vargas because, again, it's about making the armor brick even brickier. The double Rangers to go ahead and eliminate whatever you need from the table along with the Black 13th. And then Deuce and Plugger doing the Lord's work of just killing everything in sight. The triple barrier and military engineering means you can build the world's most dominant bunker, and you have access to Rockwall in your 3 as one of your 3 spells that you can potentially take. So you can keep Vargas very, very safe and just try to kill everything. Speaking of killing everything, onward to Captain Boom Boom McCoy. And this is aptly named WTC McCoy as the list name. Again, 3 barriers is the call from a defensive standpoint. We have, unsurprisingly, a Plugger. We have a Valiant with aggressive head, Piston Hammer, and Volley Shield. We have a Lieutenant Stella Baron sighting. We have 2 units of Gravedigger Commandos, each with Commando Officers, single Gravedigger Gun Mage, 3 units of Gravedigger Rangers, Storm Veins, and the Black 13th. Blessing of the God, Breakthrough, Defenses, Duck and Cover, 1 heavy airdrop, 2 light airdrops, and military engineering. Again, not a ton of new ground here, but you don't need new ground with McCoy. This is just a very solid McCoy build. The Trip Rangers, the double commandos with the officers. The officers and the commando here is the fun bit to me. I think they bring a lot to the table. Additionally, because you are running a very reduced battle group here, you are able to get away with the single gun mages. It'll be interesting to see in practice how often the McCoy list gets dropped as opposed to the Vargas list. I do believe it's going to be very matchup dependent. There is a little bit you give up by not bringing Jakes just to cover the matchups that Vargas and Boom Boom both don't want to be in. But again, solid pairing, very solidly constructed list. Interested to see how they perform for Addy at WTC. Onward to Duskhouse Callus. On the Duskhouse Callus side, we have a pairing of Moraine and Helith, i.e. the meta. The fun bit here is the Moraine list is running a Ghast with Arknode, Blaster Fist, and Light Blade Fist. We have a Carver Ultimus Warboar MMD 47 sighting. We have Dissus. We have Kruger. We have 2 Mage Hunter Commanders, 2 Mage Hunter Snipers. We have Valus, the Hand of the Morning. We have a Void Engine, so we have a Void Engine sighting. We have double Dreadguard Archers, single Dreadguard Cavalry, and single Soulless Guardians. Blessing the Gods, Careful Reconnaissance, Lucky Penny, Put the Fires Out, and Sapper. This is paired up with Helith. Helith is running an Eidolon with Arcane Stasis Head, Force Fist, Dusk Blade, and Force Cannon. This is paired up with a Phantasm with the Focus Vault, the Desolator, a Revivifier right hand, and a Force Generator left hand for the 29-point Phantasm. We've got Kruger, Wrath of Everblight. We have a Mage Hunter Commander. We have a Mage Hunter Sniper team. We have 2 Void Shapers, 2 Dreadguard Archers, a unit of Dreadguard Cavalry, a unit of Seeker Adepts, and a single unit of Soulless Guardians. So let's talk about the more interesting to me of the 2 list, which is the Moraine list. So again, Moraine Big Pig is a classic pairing since the dawn of Moraine and Big Pig. They two work extremely well together, still do. Gives you a lot of firepower into larger based models, including huge based models, and gives you also better clearing into the medium style infantry that is everywhere. Moraine does bring this kind of combination brings quite a bit into things like Old Umbry. Because the bears, which are a staple of the Old Umbry list, if you look through those portions, you're going to see bears and you're going to see them in mass. Carver has enough shots to get through the shield guard, or to get through the shield guards, or at least get them on the table early. You have the sniper teams to remove IR at range. You have the Void Engine to provide an additional boostable set of POW 14 shots downrange. Same thing with the archers. You're able to stick mortality onto these units and clear them from a safer distance than you would be generally otherwise. Yeah, the Moraine list here, very solid, very much to expectation. And I like the wrinkle of the Void Engine. I think it provides a nice bit of kit to the list with that additional gun and the ability to make the incorporeal solos out of the Soulless Guardians that you are protecting everything with can be very relevant into factions that are not bringing enough magical weapons, which is something we talked about in the Australian episode, particularly around their utilization of a bit of incorporeal skew. The Helith side, we have a very shooty Helith list with the shooty Eidolon and the Phantasm. We've got double Void Shaper to stir the drink. We've got Kruger to do Kruger things. Again, double Dreadguard Archer. I think that is the best unit in the faction currently to be playing, regardless of commander, and obviously he agrees. Single Mage Hunter Sniper to help with taking down items, single Dreadguard Cavalry for spot removal, and again Soulless Guardians to do Soulless Guardian things. And then on to Storm Legion, we have a pairing, unsurprisingly, of Huxley and Calder. On the Huxley side of things, we have defenses of Barrier, Barrier, Barrier. We've got 3 Corsairs, each with Shield Guard Head, Heavy Storm Throwers, and Voltaic Punching Spikes. We have Deuce, We have double true-sighted voltaic halberd Stormblazer cannon strikers. We have the general. We have 2 units of arcane mechanics and 2 units of storm veins. Blessing of the gods, defenses, lucky penny, old faithful, and sapper. For 99 points of a Huxley brick. The Corsairs mixed with Deuce and the General, backed up by 2 True Sight Strikers, is quite the fun combination of items. In Huxley, Huxley is going to do a lot of Huxley things in this list. The double storm veins allows you to get up the field very easily. Also provides you an arc node. As needed, but the range reduction and the blast resistance is the real money as these guys go and cower on objectives, and just present a real jack brick problem. And then this is backed up by Calder. The Calder list is very, very interesting. On the Calder side, we have a single Corsair with Shield Guard, Heavy Storm Thrower, and Voltaic Punching Spike. We have Exelon, Astilla, and Aberration. We have Kruger. We have double Legionnaire Officer, double Storm Lance Legionnaires, triple Storm Guard Legionnaires. We have a unit of Tempest Sailors and the Black 13th. Blessing of the Gods, Careful Reconnaissance, Duck and Cover, Lucky Penny, and Sapper. Again, reduced battle group that has an Astilla and Aberration within it to go ahead and up the recursion ability within the list, and just be a big annoying blob on the table to go with Calder. Awe added into the defensive mix here is quite fun as well, just to up that defensive skew issue. Yeah, so I like the Storm Legion list quite a bit. Onward to Shadowflame Shard. On the Shadowflame Shards side of things, we have a pairing of Shyrus and Kyrax. One notable bit here in these 2 lists is this is one of the few Shadowflame Shard pairings without a Trichimerics. So on the Shyrus side, we have Achilles, we have Scylla, we have a Vipex with Asped, Hunter's Mark, and Cleavers, and then we have 2 Vipexes with Asped, Chasen, and Cleavers. We have Belugul, Master of Pain. We have a Niseka, Totem Huntress Champion. We have Pythia. We have a Spinner. We have a Wraithwing Paragon. We have a single unit of Quickfang Stalkers. We have 2 units of Talon Lashers. We have Wormspine Shadowmancers, Blessing of the Gods, Hit and Run, Lucky Penny, Put the Fires Out, and Sapper. Additionally, we have Kyrax. Kyrax is running a Vipex Asped Hunter's Mark with Cleavers. He's running a Vipex Asped Chasen Cleavers. 2 Wyverns, Belugul, Master of Pain, Niseka, Totem Huntress, Riven, the Onx Rampant, or that's a Raven. We have a Wraithwing Paragon. We have a unit of Incarnate Knights, Double Death Dealers, Blessing of the Gods, Hit and Run, Lucky Penny, Put the Fires Out, and Sapper. Let's talk about these exceedingly interesting lists. So the Cyrus lists here are very arc node heavy. There's 4 arc nodes within the list. We have Scylla, who is, again, as I've stated before, an absolute staple with Shyrus, and we have Aklas. So in this type of list, we are utilizing the 8-point Vipexes, and the 8-point Vipex is a very interesting little beast, particularly with the fact we've got Belagul to up it to a combo strike. So with Belagul, they are a potentially be a combo strike POW 21. And a singular POW 21 for 8 points is not bad. 2 POW 17s for 8, also not bad, added in with a POW 14 head. And then you can buy an additional Again, well, you can also be boosting on these, but for 8 points, not a bad little way to go. If you are using these to get through armor and you're taking, say, Curse of Shadows, it lets you get the Curse of Shadows out. It lets you get Hand of Destruction out. These little 8-point guys with Hand of Destruction get a little more valuable. Ackless goes ahead, puts down a Cloud Wall as needed. Shyrus can support that pretty well. You've got a Spinner, again, for recursive shenanigans and healing. Skilla plays the little rapid healing game very, very well. You've got outflanking here with Nisak. You have the Quick Fang Stalkers, as we talked about in the last episode, a lot of tactical flexibility. And you've done a little bit of a meta curve ball in that you're not bringing the Trichimerics, which is what folks are loading up to be able to play into when they see Chimera, and you have elected not to play into that. And I like the pivot point. The Shyrus list is very interesting. I like playing small ball with a lot of Vipexes within the list. I think it provides a very different take that people are going to have to deal with. And the little 8-point guys can just be annoying enough to be able to break parity in certain points. And then onto the Kyrax list. The Kyrax list is a lot of fun. This looks like a really good time. You've got the two Asped Vipexes, one with Chason. Again, the cheapo Vipex. But the whole point of this is to give Kyrax an out to trigger Alpha Hunter at range. So Chason is the mechanism that we've chosen to do with that, along with the Arc Nodes. And this is all in the service of getting the two Wyverns up the table, doing horrible things to people. We're taking advantage of the fact there is so much living on the field by bringing Riven for Mortal Fear. We've got the Incarnate Knights, again, to go ahead and hold a point. Double Death Dealers is an interesting call over Double Lashers. You're giving up an attack, but you are able to stick your damage a bit better. With the Double Wyvern and Nisak, it makes a bit of sense, as then you also have a little bit of additional shooting that you can activate the Death Dealer's finisher with. Additionally, the Death Dealers being arm 15 base up to 17 with unyielding in melee is also a good bit of call. I like these two non-trike lists. I love the Shyrus and Kyrax pairing. The double Wyvern with Kyrax is such a neat little call to take advantage of the meta just not looking to have to deal with Wyverns right now. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. And then finally, we have Convergence of Cirrus. On the Convergence side, we have a pairing of Axis and a pairing of Lucant. On the Axis side, we have a Conservator, we have a Corollary, we have an Inverter, we have two Transfight Emergence Projectors. Each come with a Permutation Servitor. We have Asphyxius the Sanctified with Annihilation Servitors. We have a Galvanizer, 2 units of Obstructors, 2 units of Reciprocators. Blessing the Gods, Hit and Run, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, Put the Fires Out. And then we have Lucant. Lucant has a battle group of a Conservator and an Inverter. Well, of course, we have a Transfight Emergence Projector. We have Asphyxius the Sanctified with his Annihilation Servitor. We have Galvanizers. We have Exelon, Astilla, and Aberration. We have a Fulstrom Locus. We have Eradicators and 2 units of Reciprocators. Blessing of the Gods, Careful Reconnaissance, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, and Put the Fires Out. All right, so for those that totally forgot, because I had to go look it up, Axis has Field Marshal and Yielding. His feat is enemy models currently in his control suffer -2 speed and -2 to their melee. Damage rolls cannot charge or make slam or trample power attacks. And then friendly models currently in Axis's control gain +2 speed and +2 to their melee damage rolls. And that lasts for 1 round. So he has a little bit of a control feat, which is great. The -2 speed and the -2 to melee damage, along with the no charge, slam, or trample, does allow him a bit of help. He has access to Onslaught. He's got Razor Wall, Unstoppable Force, and Iron Aggression. Iron Aggression being the big winner in the spells there, allowing for the free charges and the automatically boosted attack rolls in a meta with a lot of need to hit. He helps that a bit. We have the Conservator, again, as a shield guard bot with 2 POW 15s. We have the Inverter, which has a knockdown attack and a chain weapon. You've got the Corollary, and the Corollary gives you Accumulator for Warcaster. It has the Repeater to extend the control range, gives him an option for a focus battery, and does allow for the power transfer amongst the jacks. Yep, and then the big bit to understand is the TEP, the TEP, the Trans-Finite Emergence Projector. Or Transverse Emulator. This bad boy gets empowered tokens. He provides inspiration to. So the TEP is a very interesting model. It is their battle engine. It utilizes these servitors to do a variety of things. It places out 3 of them a turn. If it places none of them, it gets an additional attack for each one that it does not place. If it does place them and puts them in base to base with itself, it gains an additional die on attack rolls for every one of those models in base to base with it. And then it gains for each one that is within 1 but not within base to base of it, this model gains an additional die on the damage rolls. And it's Rat 5, Spray 10, Rate of Fire 2, POW 11 base. So you can have 3 boosted sprays a turn, fully boosted sprays a turn, just with the base interactions of this model, in that you can place 1 in base to base, place 1 within an inch, fail to place the third, or like not to place the third, giving yourself the extra spray and then the 2 boosted results. So you've got sprays for days if you want them, but they are only range 10. Does have Gunfighter, which is great. Does have Pistol. It does have Sack Pawn to the permutations as well. So as the opponent tries to put this down, you can elect to kill off the permutation servitors to better assist yourself. And again, the servitors reset essentially at the beginning of each activation. So you can change and grow as you need be. So that is the convergence list. You've got LeConte on the other side of things. And then LeConte, just for a reminder, from a feat perspective, LeConte is Field Marshal Shield Guard, and then he's got Clockwork Reinforcement, and that is a +4 armor feat. And then when friendly models in LeConte's control range make a repair special action, they add +2 to the damage removed. He's a decel caster, positive charge, watcher, dissolution boat, and discontinuality. Or discontinuity. While in the spellcaster's control range, the melee weapon of models in the battles group gain dispel. So he has the ability to remove upkeeps and animi at a battle group level, giving each of the models the dispel. So Lucant is interesting. He's a big armor feat. And that is our friends on Finland Morok, or Morco. Onward to Finland Hosley. We have Crix Necrofactorium. We have Duskhouse Callus. We have Shadowflame Shard. We have, again, Storm Legion. And we have a Wintercore sighting. So on the Necrofactorium side, we have a pairing of your boy Eviscerus and Kythos. Of course, it's Kythos. Kythos, one of the most played casters at the event, so of course it's Kythos. But starting off with Eviscerus with the aptly named Diggy Diggy Hole. We have Eviscerus with Grendel, those two best friends. We have 3 malefactors, each of the malefactors with soul claiming head, fell axes, and spiked shields. We have a single raptor with a Death Ripper head and arc node, good old 5-point raptor. We have Master Necrotech Chatterbane. We have Scarlock Lieutenant. We have 2 Mechanothrall Swarms. We have 2 Necrosurgeon Initiates and 2 units of Sludge Thralls. Blessing the Gods, Careful Reconnaissance, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, and Sapper. It's a pretty stock standard Eviscerus list, not a ton of wrinkles here. The double Mechanothrall Swarm does mean it's a little more resilient into shooting than some of the variants of this list, even more so, again, because of the extra unit of Mechanothralls for Shield Guard. You got the double Sludge to add infantry clearing and punching power, and then you just have 3 malicious malefactors and Grendel, all doing yummy on Eviscerus's feet. And then on Kythos, you have a great list name. You can't touch this. Kythos, we're going Battle Group Light with Double Raptor, Doom Spitter Heads, and Arc Nodes. Aculon Themestra. We've got an Exelon Instilla and Aberration sighting. We have a Selexis Zephus. We have a Scarlock Lieutenant. We have 2 Criterions, 2 Mechanothrall Swarms, 1 Necrosurgeon Initiate, 2 Sludge Thralls, and the Furies come to play. Blessing the Gods, Careful Reconnaissance, Lucky Penny, Put the Fires Out, and Sapper. It is a very stock standard Kythos list. Again, not a ton of wrinkles here. Love Exelon and Nestilla with Kythos. I think they do some great work together. Really adds to the survivability of the list, the obnoxiousness of the list, with the various angles that you're able to achieve from a threat range standpoint. The Criterions are just absolute workhorses with him. Solid Crix entry by. All right, on to Duskhouse Callus for Finland Hasul. We have a pairing of Tyrus and Moraine. A little bit different lists here than we've seen elsewhere. Tyrus Thunderrun is the name of the list. We have a Barrier Spike Trap as the defenses. In the Tyrus list, we have a Ghast Arc Node with Heavy Blade and Light Blade. We have Israfel. We have Odysseus. We have Kruger. We have a Mage Hunter Sniper team. We have Valus, the Hand of Morning. We have a Void Engine. We have 2 Dreadguard Cavalry. We have 3 units of Mage Hunter Assassins. We have a Seeker Adept, and we have a Soulless Guardians. Defenses, Duck and Cover, Old Faithful, Put the Fires Out, and Sapper. This is a cool list. Tyrus with Mage Hunter Assassins is really aggressive. The 2 units of Dreadguard Cav backing that up, also very aggressive. I love the Void Engine inclusion here. Also a big fan of Israfel with Tyrus. I think he runs Tyrus exceedingly well. You've got the Soulless Guardians again to just get some incremental value from the Void Engine. But the Void Engine again is really there as a boostable 14 gun to aid in just the spot removal. Valus here, also super cheeky with all the fun stuff that she interacts with from the Hunter's Mage Hunter Assassins and her ability to bring back cats. Just a lot of good that she can do in this particular style of list. And then we have Moraine Pew Pew is the second list. This is a Marine list with a Ghast with an Arc Node, Heavy Blade Fist, and Battle Shield. We have a Phantasm with a Focus Vault, a Chronophage Cannon, a Revivifier right hand, and a Force Generator left hand. Dissus, the Eye of Darkness. We have a Kruger. We have a Mage Hunter Commander. We have a Mage Hunter Sniper team. We have a Magnus, the Unstoppable, and Invictus sighting. We have Valus, the Hand of Mourning. We have Void Shaper. We have a Dreadguard Archer and a unit of Mage Hunter Rangers. And a unit of Seeker Adepts. Blessing of the Gods, Careful Recon, Hit and Run, Old Faithful, and Put the Fires Out. Cool Moraine list. I love seeing Magnus and Invictus on the table. They're one of my favorite models in the entire game. Really cool to see how it performs for them in the Moraine list as opposed to Big Pig, which is sort of the Writ concept. I like the Phantasm with Moraine. It is a bold choice, but I do think it can get some real work done with Mortality. And I think it just provides some real nice body blocking for Moraine as a whole as well. Um, yeah, there's some neat bits. The Rangers are a cool bit of tech to go ahead and just try to weed out as much single wound infantry as they possibly can, particularly Mechanothralls. Yeah, there's some lot of fun going on here in these two lists. Onward to Shadowflame Shard. On the Shard side of the house, we have a Shirus and a Kyrax, this time going a little more meta with the Shirus list and bringing a Trichimerix. We have Skilla, we have a Trichimerix, Mini-Eyed Head, Flame Head, Gulper Head, Negation Tail, Frost Tail, and Stinger. So the 31-point Trichimerix, the Mini-Eyed Head. Pretty stock standard. We got a Vipex with Asped, Hunter's Mark, and Cleavers. So the cheapo Vipex, we have a Belagul, Master of Pain, we have a Pythia, we have a Spinner, we have a Wraithwing Paragon, we have a unit of Incarnate Knights, 2 units of Lashers, and Wormspine Shadowmancers. Blessing of the Gods, a Breakthrough, Hit and Run, Lucky Penny, Put the Fires Out. Yeah, this is a tried and true list. It does what it says on the tin. The Spinner, again, is a nice bit of tech to provide some bit more healing on the Trichimerix. Not that it needs it, but it's nice to have. You've got the Spinner to do spinner things. Additionally, the Spinner can also revive um, the infantry on the way in, particularly the Incarnate Knights. It's a fun bit of kit. This is backed up by a Kyrax list. On the Kyrax side of things, we have a Vipex with Asped, Hunter's Mark, and Impalers. 2 Wyverns again. So Team Finland very much in love with Double Wyvern on Kyrax. And it makes a lot of sense. Kyrax can pump the Wyvern in a lot of ways with Alpha Hunter. do some very aggressive things. We've got Belagul, Master of Pain. We have Epithia. We have Raven, the Yonks Rampant. We have a Spinner. Again, we have a Wraithwing Paragon. We again have a unit of Incarnate Knights and 2 units of Lashers. Wormspine, Shadowmancer, Blessing the Gods, Breakthrough, Hit and Run, Lucky Penny, and Put the Fires out. Very fun list here. Doing a lot of work. I love the Raven inclusion here. I love the Incarnate Knights. I really love the Lashers as opposed to the Death Dealers from the previous list. Uh, yeah, I like a lot of what's going on in this pairing by Erno. Onward to Storm Legion. On the Storm Legion side of things, we see a Huxley list and, unsurprisingly, a Calder list. Bit of variance from their countrymen, slight variance. Take that back. There is some slight variance here. We have Rafe Huxley. Huxley is bringing defenses of barrier, spike trap, so our first variance. We have 3 Corsairs, again with Shield Guard heads, Heavy Storm Throwers, and Voltaic Punching Spikes. Again, we have Deuce. Again, we have 2 True Sight Stalkers with Voltaic Halberd and Stormblazer Cannon. Again, we have the General. We have 2 units of Arcane Mechanics. We have 1 unit of Storm Veins. And then we go use our full 100 points and go with a 6-point unit of Stormblade Legionnaires to round everything out. Blessing the Gods defenses, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, and Sapper. So our two big changes here are we go, instead of triple barrier, we go barrier, spike trap. And then we go, instead of double storm veins, we go single storm vein with storm blades, picking up that extra point that we had lying around. So again, you get a little more versatility in your infantry, because you have some infantry that can do a bit of work if they need to, and are just slightly harder to remove, as well as 5 bodies as opposed to 3 bodies. On the Calder side of things, we again have Calder with a Shield Guard, Corsair, Heavy Storm Thrower, and Voltaic Punching Spike. Again, we have Exelon, Astilla, and Aberration. Again, Kruger. Again, 2 units of two Legionnaire officers, 2 unit of Storm Lance Legionnaires, a single unit of Storm Veins. Here's where we have some variance. We have 2 units of Stormblade Legionnaires, 2 units of Stormguard Legionnaires, and the Black 13th. So no Assailers in this list. No triple Legionnaires. We just have double Legionnaire, or double Stormguard Legionnaire and double Stormblade Legionnaire. Again with the Black 13th, because of course the Black 13th, again the Nastilla package, again the Kruger package, again the double Storm Lance package, and single Storm Vein. Blessing the Gods defenses, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, and Sapper. On the defensive side of the house, again barrier, spike trap. So always interested when the countries have slight variations in their list between the teams. On players that are on the same things and even the same caster, just shows that every player should be bringing their own flair to the casters, and potentially because of composition considerations, they may want to bring slightly different tech pieces just to allow for nuance variance in what they're able to cover. So here we have our final entry from Finland, which is, of course, Winter Corps. On the Winter Corps side of the house, we have a Vilcool list, and we have a Baranova list. And these lists are wild. I love when I get to see player creativity, and I do think the Winter Corps players are bringing their creativity, which is what you need to do when the meta is down on you. You've been shifted out. Your results have not been where you'd want them to be collectively as a faction, I think this is the time when you innovate. And this is definitely an innovative pairing of lists. So this is called Zahara Lost in the Woods. And we have Vilkul with Medveditsa. We have a Razor, who is a war criminal and is a fantastic model, and people should be using him more. We have a Bison, again, fantastic model. Again, we see a Magnus the Unstoppable and Invictus. So Magvictus coming to the table for Khador. In this list, we have 2 Winter Corps officers. We have a unit of Arcanist. We have a unit of Stormtrooper Gunners. We have the Hounds, also war criminals. And then we have a unit of Winter Corps Infantry, double autocannon with a Winter Corps standard. And then we have a Winter Corps unit of Winter Corps snipers with the Winter Corps hunting dog. Blessing of the Gods, Careful Reconnaissance, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, and Put the Fires Out. This is a cool list. Super cool list. We have a backbone of shooting infantry backed up by Medveditsa to anchor the list with Vilkul. Then we have Razor running around doing Razor nonsense. We have a Bison, because of course you have a Bison. If you're running Winter Corps, you're running a Bison. And if you're not, you don't own one. And you're sad and you want to own one, and you couldn't get one. And then there's Magvictus. And Magvictus here is quite the treat. Gives you a big anchor to the list that is able to shoot with quite a bit of authority. Adds to your overall shooting. And then if they come in on you, Invictus is just a very capable melee piece and crowd controller. Yeah, I like this a lot. And then this is paired up with Baranova Masto Do Not. Great list naming here. So 1,000 points for list naming on Finland Haxel. We have Baranova. We see the return of the Mastodon. Someone brave enough to play the Mastodon, despite it being nerfed. Still a very capable Colossal. The Mastodon here has a shock assault head. The right shoulder is a deep freezer gun. The left shoulder is a heavy cannon. We have a right arm with a great axe, a left arm with a dozer fist. Again, we see Razor, war criminal. We see the AC2 Bison, because of course we do. We have a Colden Lord, Damian Kravnik. We have a Volkova. We have a Winter Corps officer. We have a unit of Arcanists. We have 2 units of Shock Trooper Gunners. Again, we see the Hounds, and again, we have a unit of Winter Corps snipers with Winter Corps hunting dog. Blessing of the Gods, Lucky Penny, Old Faithful, Put the Fires Out, and Sapper. This is a Baranova list that is going to anchor around the Mastodon, is going to utilize Razor and Bison to shoot you into coming in. The Mastodon is going to shoot you on the way in, and then so are the Gunners and the Hounds. These list wants to shoot. These are very scary gun lines with some really fun potential with Baranova. Again, utilizing the Mastodon as an arc node for Gallows nonsense or Freezing Grip or Tempest. Just a lot of things to continually watch out for in the Baranova matchup, as folks know. Again, Razor just hits above his weight. Once you get an understanding of what the output that Razor can put on the table, he's just such a staple. And him and the Mastodon together with the Bison, it's an aggressive amount of your points, about half your points, but it's an aggressive amount of work that module can do collectively when backed up with these infantry. So interested to see how these perform in the team environment for Finland. So good luck to Finland. 2 very interesting and strong composition of teams. And strong composition of list. I like that they have variance between their teams in terms of not only they've got the core three the same, so they are each running a Dusk, a Storm Legion, and a Shadow Flame Shard, but they're all running them a little bit differently. And then they have flex picks of Gravediggers and Convergence, and in their other team they have Necrofactorium and Wintercore. So I like that they kind of have these core lists or these core concepts with sort of the big three, for lack of a better term, and then they have some flavoring to taste on the rest of the teams. So good luck to Finland. Um, look to be some pretty strong entries from the Nordic countries again this year. Finland's always dangerous, and again, they look dangerous this year. So we will see you back in the next one.